You fought them both. Like, what are the differences between them?
Canelo's strong and he's easily hit. Very easily hit, very easily. Yeah. Compared to when I fought against Crawford. Crawford, I couldn't even hit clean. Yeah. So really, that's the difference. And they both hit hard.
When you say, I want Canelo, is there anybody in the camp that would say, you're not ready for this?
That's a big boy. He's strong. That's a conversation. It's not just, oh, man, you will whoop his ass.
Like, yes, man, type stuff.
I'm not worried about Canelo. I'm not thinking about Canelo. I'm just focused on Israel Magomedov.
In a small way, is this a stepping stone to your dream fight?
I don't look at fights as stepping stones. It's about now.
The prospect of a showdown between Terence Crawford and Canelo Alvarez has sparked intense debate for some time. While Canelo has dominated across several weight divisions, many believe Crawford's distinct style, slick footwork, and rapid adaptability could pose a real threat to the Mexican superstar. Crawford has already proven he can dismantle elite-level opponents in the sport.
In your opinion, who's the best fighter in the world?
We can't put Tank up there in the top 10 in pound for pound. He has to be somewhere in pound for pound. And Canelo done something that is amazing when Canelo was able to go to light heavyweight and become light heavyweight champion, something that I didn't even see him going up that heavy, and he did that. So, but as of right now, I have to put Terence Crawford as number one.
Terence Bud Crawford is widely regarded as one of the top pound-for-pound fighters in the sport. His crisp technique, switch hitting, skill, versatility, and in-ring adaptability to many styles matchup for any opponent. Holding an outstanding 41-0 professional record, he has displayed complete dominance in the welterweight division.
5 fighters right now in boxing. That's your top 5 right now in boxing, not your the top 5 in boxing right now. Right now.
Champions or just anybody?
Top 5 right now.
Shakur #1, hands down. Tank, he up there. Canelo, Inoue, Tyson Fury.
Canelo Alvarez, on the other hand, is a dominant force in the super middleweight division. With a professional record of the 2nd of February 60, he has proven his ability to compete in higher weight classes. His power, speed, and extensive ring experience make him a dangerous opponent for any challenger.
Canelo needs to understand he's a different fighter now. The deterioration is there. He's not the same guy. He's not that destroyer who's looking for knockouts early and keeps a pace and a pressure on you. He throws 30 punches around. You're not the same guy. So telling everyone you're going to knock them out and then going into, 6 decisions in a row now? Scores a knockdown every time, power's still there. The problem is the pace and the ability to carry on and push. That's the real difference, and that comes with age. He's 34 going on 45 at this, as far as I'm concerned. He's got a ton of fights, been around for a long time, doesn't have that same desire, the same drive to take the chances against these younger, bigger guys, because he is fighting younger, bigger guys.
When he fought Canelo, and he was like standing right in front of Canelo, and Canelo just whiffing, it was a life lesson. And then you look at how good Canelo's head movement got after that fight, when he realized it. I mean, my God, when he fought Danny Jacobs, and Canelo's just standing right in front of him, bobbing. That's all what he learned from fighting Floyd.
Canelo's career features victories over many of boxing's elite, and his achievements across multiple weight classes showcase his versatility and talent. His punching power, particularly as super middleweight, is a major factor that sets him apart. He's able to deliver heavy shots while absorbing punches without retreating, making him a serious threat to any opponent.
You fought Floyd Mayweather at what? Were you 23?
23.
That's so young.
Yeah.
What was that like?
I trained so hard, and now obviously I try to beat him, because if you beat him, you want to be the best in the world at 23.
What do you think was so impressive about him?
His experience. He's so smart. He have everything in a fighter, a complete fighter. He don't have power in the punches, but when you that kind of fighter, you don't need it.
You think that was the toughest fight you faced?
No.
What do you think?
I think it's tough fights and difficult fights. That was a difficult fight.
Canelo is beating these guys with all 5 layers of defense. Number 1, feet. Number 2, elbows, hands, shoulders, and the mind. This is exactly how both of those guys got to the highest level of boxing supremacy. Canelo Alvarez means to the Mexican fans what Floyd Money Mayweather meant for black people. 50 wins in boxing, no losses, no draws.
In addition to his power, Canelo is known for his quickness and high ring IQ. His slick head, movement, tight defense, and precise counterpunching make him a well-rounded fighter. Years of battling elite competition have sharpened both his instincts and strategy. His recent victory over Edgar Berlanga in the super middleweight division further cemented his place among boxing's elite.
I'll say he is the hardest, for sure. One of the fighters that hit very hard was Angulo. You know, he's a Cuban guy and he punched very hard too. So I'll say both of them are like the same, but you know, with Canelo, I was just mentally ready for his shots. You know, I already told myself, I know I'm gonna get hit. I know I'm gonna get hit on my chin, but it's, you know, I gotta bite down on my mouthpiece and push. You know, and look what happened in the third round. I got hit with a left hook. I dropped. We'd be practicing in camp the whole time, you know, keeping my right hand to my chin, and I wound up just moving, and he connected right on my chin. And you see how I punched my gloves. You know, that's like a thing for me when I, you know, my last time when I got dropped, I was punching my gloves. Cause I'm like, damn, I got hit with a shot. I'm not supposed to be on the floor. But you know, it comes to boxing. You know, the greats done got dropped. You know, got hurt. But it's about how you come back and respond.
Of the world, Mexico versus Puerto Rico, Saul Canelo Alvarez versus the chosen one, Edgar Berlanga.
Edgar Berlanga shared his thoughts on a potential clash between Canelo and Terence Crawford, noting that boxing is unpredictable and anything can happen once the bell rings. He praised Crawford's skills and high ring IQ, saying Crawford can hold his own against anyone and even emerge victorious. However, Berlanga believes Canelo's main advantage lies in his size, and that the weight difference could play a crucial role in the outcome.
Fred, my brother, Terence Crawford, wants to fight Canelo.
Yeah.
Just from your expert opinion, knowing how Canelo fights, what he's like in the ring, I know you haven't been in the ring with Terence, but what do you think of that fight?
I truly believe, you know, that, you know, anything can happen in boxing, you know what I'm saying? And Terence Crawford is a legend. He's great. He's a great fighter. The only thing I see that I favor Canelo is that, you know, his weight.
Yeah.
And that he's more bigger. You know what I'm saying? That's the only thing. But as far as skill set wise, IQ, I feel like Crawford can match anybody and probably do way better. You know what I'm saying? But you know, Crawford is a legend.
Former world champion Demetrius Andrade believes that while Crawford is an elite-level fighter, Canelo's size, experience, and proven success in higher weight divisions give him the advantage. Andrade feels that Crawford could struggle to cope with Canelo's combination of power and speed.
So there's talk, too, of like Canelo and Crawford. Like you're mentioning that you feel like David's just too big, too young, just too much overall. Like, is that kind of the same thing with the Crawford and Canelo because of the weight classes, the weight between them?
Yeah, I believe so. Listen, I love Crawford. He's a good friend. You know, we reach out to each other. We've traveled the world through the amateur program. He see me beat people up. I see him beat people up. He see me get beat up. I got beat up. We both, whatever, everybody.
David Benavidez, another top contender, echoed a similar opinion. He praised Crawford's abilities, but expressed doubt about whether his power would translate effectively to the higher weight classes. Benavidez emphasized that moving up to face Canelo could present a serious challenge for Crawford.
I can't really say nothing about that. If that's what he wants to do, then that's what he's going to do. Canelo is a man that he does anything he wants to do. I don't think really what people say affects him. But I feel like the people, they want to see David Benavidez versus Canelo Alvarez. It's the biggest fight to make happen, and I feel like I'm the biggest threat to him.
Benavidez believes that for Crawford to face Canelo, he'd need to move up to full weight classes elite that shouldn't be underestimated. While he acknowledges Crawford's talent, Benavidez gives the edge to Canelo, noting how difficult it is to perform at a higher weight. As a top contender in the 168-pound division, Benavidez is viewed as a potential threat to Canelo, though the two have yet to meet in the ring.
You want to fight Canelo Alvarez?
Payday. I'm the face of boxing.
Crawford wanted a payday, but Crawford didn't do good at 54. When I talk to people, they all tell me you would have knocked him out at 68.
Well, he knows now. He experimented the 154, and he knows. Maybe he do in 168 for a big check.
Moving up to weight classes would be one of the toughest challenges of Crawford's career. He recently dropped to 154 pounds for his last fight, securing a decision win over Israel Madrimov, but jumping to super middleweight means taking on much bigger and physically stronger opponents.
Terence Crawford, I see he wants to fight. He's made it clear. Do fights like that help your legacy, or do you feel like that's something that's not worth it to you?
Everything in my career, every fight make my legacy different and better, no? Terence Crawford is a great fighter, he's a good fighter, but you know, like I say, he's a weight classes for a reason. I'm focused 100% on Berlanga, and you never know what happened.
Despite the challenges, Crawford's speed and adaptability could be crucial factors in the fight. His ability to switch stances and use both hands fluidly makes him unpredictable and difficult to counter. Combined with his sharp footwork and high ring IQ, he's able to control the pace and flow of a fight effectively.
I had to like Terrence's walk.
Oh, incredible.
It was fire.
Right, yeah, especially being into the fight, no one knew who really was going to win. And you can see the confidence. I don't think real confidence you can fake.
Canelo's power and experience in higher weight divisions give him a significant edge. He can absorb shots and fire back with punishing counters, making him a dangerous opponent. His sharp movement and solid footwork further enhance his well-rounded style in the ring.
Look up the definition of boxing. Please, please, look up the definition of boxing. The martial arts of boxing, and then come back with your opinion. Because boxing is not all about knocking somebody out. Yes, that's part of it. That can happen, but boxing is a sport where you can outpoint somebody too. That's why they go to the scorecard.
I appreciate that take, bro. That's real educated, man, real thoughtful. But you know, you ain't had a decision win in a long time, bro. You know, you known for like being a great finisher. So I appreciate that, but that ain't how you move.
Crawford, who recently moved up to 154 pounds, secured the WBO interim super welterweight title. However, he didn't appear to carry the same punching power that he displayed at 147 pounds.
This for all the nut huggers, the bud nut huggers, the bud butt buddies. You see that? You see that? We see that. You understand me? You see what that say? Jamel Charlo what is the WBA junior middleweight champion in recess. Jamel Charlo is the WBC junior middleweight champion in recess. Nah, man. Virgil Ortiz Jr. is the WBC intern junior middleweight champion. Nah, man. So make it make sense. People gotta make it make sense. Charlo's still a big dog there. Yeah, that's my camera behind me. Charlo's still a big dog there. So a lot of people need to get their facts straight. Understand? Opinions don't matter. It's all facts. No opinions. Sport podcast. And I'm always gonna bring you the real, never the fake. And I'm never late on the news. You hear me? Get at me, man. Dollar.
What's up, everybody? I want to give a big shout out to Snack for always supporting and helping me out with this previous fight. Snack strong, baby.
Moving up to super middleweight to face Canelo would be a massive leap for Crawford. His biggest obstacle would be adapting to the size, strength, and durability of fighters in that heavier division. While Crawford's skill and technique are elite, it remains uncertain whether his power and stamina will translate at 168 pounds. Capturing a title at 154 was already a historic feat, and moving up again would be a bold step toward greatness. With Canelo settled at 168, if Crawford can test himself against strong opponents in his next few fights was still in his prime. He may be ready for the jump. His hunger to make history is undeniable, and he's already achieved what few others have. If the matchup materializes, Crawford's ability to switch stances, adjust mid-fight, and outthink opponents could give him an early edge. His defensive sharpness and ring IQ would be essential in avoiding Canelo's power shots and creating opportunities for his own offense. Over the years, Crawford has crafted a layered and adaptable fighting style shaped by a wide variety of opponents. He's learned to adjust on the fly, and that has become one of his biggest strengths. If this fight becomes reality, it has all the ingredients to be one of the most thrilling matchups in modern boxing. Both men are champions in their divisions, each with distinct styles and massive global fan bases.
I'm going with Terence Crawford. You know, big weight jump, a dangerous fight, but somebody's got to prove to me that they can break Terence Crawford's will and that he can't figure it out against you.
know, it ain't no disrespect toward Canelo, but I've said this the last couple of years. I've not been against Terence Crawford if nobody. You got to show me that you.
While Crawford's technical abilities and adaptability make him a legitimate threat, jumping to weight classes to face Canelo is a massive challenge. Many analysts and former champions favor Canelo, citing his size and experience at heavier divisions. However, Crawford's versatility and ring intelligence could make this a highly competitive and captivating showdown.
Just a few weeks ago, you heard what Terence Crawford had to say on why he wants to take on Saul Canelo Alvarez.
I just want the opportunity, you know, to fight the best fighter in my generation that's out there. You know, he's the most accomplished fighter, and I would just, you know, just like to, you know, fight another great.
Which is a very noble reason. I mean, it's a reason that I can get behind. If you notice, his primary reason isn't money. He did say it'd be the biggest fight, which, you know, you do want a big fight, but I don't think he meant monetarily, which the money comes, okay? But what he's saying is he want to test himself versus the best. And I think he's telling the truth here, right? Of course you want big money and stuff like that, but I think his swan song is just him test himself up against the very best. Those are the reasons the war.
How do you see a potential fight between Crawford and Canelo playing out?